everybody, Cynthia here from Junk Journal Art Company. I'm just stopping in. I wanted to show you some of the, I think I told you about the Dephemerember thing that that 49 Gypsies and Liuse Heinzl were doing. I did download their prompt list, and number one, of course, was the ribbon and playing card, and I sort of showed you what I did with that the other day with some of these really pretty vintage cards from Antique Whimsy on Etsy. The next one was stars and paint sample. And I don't have any paint samples. Actually, I did have a great big huge like Sherwin-Williams thing, and I just don't use paint sample things, so I guess I'm just going to kind of ignore that. But I was sort of intrigued by stars, and I thought maybe I would make a nice 3D star thing to put in as decoration, as embellishment. So what I did was I created these. I found a nice video on YouTube that had some origami stars. I don't think that I will try to demonstrate for you what I did. But anyway, I just wanted to share these little stars with you. I just used some book pages from an old book. I'm not even sure what I did with those book pages. What did I do with those book pages? Yeah, it's actually an old biography of Francis Bacon. And I tore the pages down. Actually, I don't know. Maybe I could try to do a demonstration for you. Now, this is a different camera that I'm using, so I hope that everything is in frame. I'm sure the glare is crazy. So let me tear that off like that. Let me point that up towards the ceiling. What does that do for the light? Oh, like nothing. Oh, there it goes. It adjusted. Woohoo! Okay. So yeah, let me rip some of this. We're going to do about a 4 1/4 inch square. Now, I do have to say, this is fairly small. This is fairly small, and it might be easier to do it with a larger piece of paper, but the text block on this particular book is not too big. It wasn't a hugely big book. So yeah, it's about a 4 1/4. I am going to, yeah, just over 4 1/4 is right on this line that says exhausted by its worldwide burdens. It'll be close enough. I mean, this is, we're not trying to be super duper perfect, not making any origami art, but all right. So I went from saying, oh, I'm not going to show you how to do this, to basically showing you how I do it. So this little square piece of paper, you fold it in half, match those edges as best you can. There we go. Then I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to fold this guy up like this. All right. So you've got a line going through the middle. Then we are going to fold this up, line up this top line here. Only go to the middle of that and crease it really nicely. Okay. Now the next thing, so you've got this point right here. I know it's hard to see with the printing, but you're going to bring this corner to that point where those two folds meet, just like this. I am going to use a bone folder just to really crease that nicely. Then you take this and you fold it back right along there. Ta-da! Then you're going to take this guy, you're going to fold this guy down like this, and then fold these two back on each other. All right, fold those back on each other just like that. Looks like a really badly made paper airplane. Now turn this to the side where you see all of these raw edges, okay? And this raw edge right here is where you're going to cut. You're just going to cut right along that edge. There we go. So you've got these scraps, so you can do whatever you want with them. I'm going to recycle them. Now all that weird folding gives you basically a pentagram. Okay, I was sort of fascinated by that because I've never done anything like that before. So now you will see these two lines that radiate out here, and then this center one. So going to the top 3 points eventually, you're going to take this straight edge, you're going to line the corners of that straight edge up with those two side radiating lines. In order for this to be perfect, this fold should line up right there with that point. So do that. Do it for the next one as well. Look for the center fold of those radiating points. Should line up right there. So all 5 directions is where you do that. I can't seem to find my radiating line for this one. He said that's kind of the problem of using book paper, but I really wanted to use book pages for this. This one here. There we go. And one more. There we are. Ta-da! Okay. So there we have it. Now we are going to fold one of those in, and then you'll see where there is this little spot here where there's already some folds. What you're going to do is fold that corner just like that. I wish I had some other way to explain it to you, but I really don't. And you are going to do that with each of these corners. You're going to find that place there. You're going to follow this fold. And it folds out with just a little bit of a point off to the side. Let's do this one. Fold here. Like this, and fold here. There we go. And finally fold. Whoa, oops, what am I doing? This one here, this one really doesn't want to go. Okay, there we go. There we go. Now I don't even know how to explain this to you, but you need to fold all of those. I told you I'm not an origami person. Fold all of those 5 corners in. And if you do it correctly, it took me a while to figure out how to do this, you guys. I will unfold it and show you again how I did that. So we've done all that. All right, so if you take this corner, and then you know that this is the corner, and you know that this is the corner, and you see how I lifted it up and I'm kind of fitting that third one underneath there. This is the corner, and that is going to have to fit underneath there too. I guess that's the best I can do. Now what you have is a little bit of a lopsided star, but we're going to fix that. Okay, so we are going to fold this little point will go right into the center, but you are going to want to have a fold that gives you a nice point. You're probably thinking, gee, this would be easier with a bigger piece of paper, and yes, you're right, but I wanted the star to not be too awful big. So do this with a much larger piece of paper, maybe. But yeah, I wanted this star to be petite enough that it will fit into a nice junk journal. All right, so I'm just going to keep doing that all the way around, making sure those points are, you know, really as sharp as you can get them, but really don't worry too much. I mean, that's what we love about junk journals, right? They're not perfect. They're handcrafted. That is the joy of making a handmade anything, really. I mean, I think it would be easy to make something with, you know, machines that are all gauged exactly perfectly, and then you don't have to worry about imperfections. But if you like handmade stuff, you actually kind of appreciate the imperfections. Now you're going to go back and you're going to refold all of those little folds, taking care to make sure that underneath there's going to be a little bit of a corner under here that needs to get folded. I don't know if you can see that. That's going to need to get folded under, and the last one's going to be a little bit tricky. There, and then just sort of unfold just a little bit so that you can fold this last one back in. And those should, like I said, I like using the bone folder just to make things, oops, sorry, stick really well. And there we have a 5-pointed star. I like both sides. But I think that this side is really what's considered the front. And then let me show you what I did to decorate mine. I do have this tattered and worn Paper Studio paper. It is adhesive on the back. I was hoping the adhesive would sort of help with this project, but it doesn't. It doesn't really. So I used a little star punch. You can use whatever size star punch you want. This happens to be the only size star punch that I have. A little larger one would probably be better. I just wanted a little decoration in the middle and something to sort of hold it together. So we are going to pull the adhesive. Oh, I think. Pull the adhesive. Come on. Off the back of the star. I'm going to line that up so that it's in the center, just like that. I'm going to take, really any marker. I just want to mark a little circle, a little dot in the center so that when oh, please stay on there. See, the adhesive doesn't really want to hold. It helps a little bit, but really not that much. I'm going to use the 1/8. Going to put a hole in the middle of that, and then I am going to take one of these, oh, sorry, I'm talking to the side, one of these very old-fashioned office brads. I love this antique brass color of. They are a little long, but that's okay. Put that brad through that hole, and then I'm going to get out my Fern green archival ink. I'm going to ink that star up just to bring out all the folds and the colors. That, in a nutshell, is how I made my stars. Not sure what I'm going to do with those, but I hope you enjoyed that little rundown. That is what I did for prompt number 2, stars and paint samples, but I don't have any paint samples. So I made some origami stars, and I think these will be nice embellishments in my next junk journal. So I hope you guys are having a great week. I hope your Christmas was awesome. I'm loving it today. It is snowing. I can't believe how nice the snow is. It's just beautiful. And I'm happy to be home and in my studio and just playing around. So yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. I'm looking forward to 2022. I hope you are too. And I would love it if you liked commented or subscribed to my channel. Comment to this video. I love knowing that people are watching, and I like hearing from you. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to sign off now. Once again, this is Cynthia from the Junk Journal Art Company. And yeah, I hope to see you again real soon. Thanks, guys.